Sean's Entertainment right here on YouTube.com. Make sure to like this video and subscribe. Finally, with some good news about the WWE. Not some dull, not some way down news, not some negativity. But ladies and gentlemen, this is definitely a huge positive for Raw. And this shows that Vince McMahon still draws. Vince McMahon brings in those ratings. Vince McMahon should appear more on television. Monday's episode of WWE Raw with Vince McMahon's return and Team Authority hype drew 4.04 million viewers, up from last week's 3.745 million viewers. When's the last time you heard about the Raw rating being up, ladies and gentlemen? This is definitely significant for a WWE brand that has pretty much been dwindling, especially with the network. For this week's show, the first hour drew 4.043 million viewers. The second hour drew 4.203 million viewers. And the final hour drew 3.875 million viewers. And well, that's to be expected. Usually the final hour always goes down. And then again, John Cena wasn't on the show. Imagine had Cena been on the show, the rating would have been higher. But let's give credit where credit is due. This was a solid show from top to bottom, in my opinion. The Authority turning on Randy Orton. You had Vince McMahon's return. You had high stakes for Survivor Series that if the Authority loses, they will no longer be in charge of Monday Night Raw. Raw and Love and Hip Hop Hollywood were the highest rated shows on cable behind NFL's Monday Night Football. Of course, Monday Night Football with the Indianapolis Colts versus the New York Giants was Monday's top cable program with 12.361 million viewers. But, you know, kudos to the WWE. I mean, they've had a tough last couple of weeks. They've had a tough year, so to speak. Let's be honest. But you know what? You got to give respect to the WWE. When they do a good job, you got to talk about how they did a good job. And on Raw Monday night, everything fell into place. Everything was good. Everything kept you, Raw kept my attention last night. There may be a few things that I could nitpick about, but I'm not going to do that. Congratulations to the WWE. And all this means is Vince McMahon should appear more on television. Your comments, your opinions, subscribe.